Huntington sought to understand post-Cold War fault lines and warned us of potential turbulence. This is not a trivial reminder. Civilization issues arrive in modern politics. As policymakers, our job is to prevent such prognosis from becoming reality. Indeed, Huntington's warning has been relevant to Indonesia's experience. In the roller coaster years following independence, Indonesia has suffered separatist threat, ethnic and religious conflict, and Islamic insurgencies. But we overcame these challenges. We adapted, and instead of failing, we have thrived. Today, we are not a hotbed of communal violence. We are by and large an archipelago of peace. Today, we are not at the brink of balkanization. We have instead fortified our national identity through successful, peaceful national elections. Today, we are not the victims of past authoritarian, centralized government, but a model of democracy and decentralization. Today, we are not paralyzed by financial crisis, but forging ahead with sweeping reforms of our financial and industrial structure. And Indonesia today is a dynamic emerging economy, enjoying one of the highest growth rates in Asia after China and India. Thus, no matter how deep and seemingly divisive the civilizational forces facing Indonesia, the ethnic differences and religious conflict, we overcame them. This is despite the enormous challenges of democracy and development that still confront us. Please do not misunderstand me. I am aware of the painful realities of our world. I am aware of the 4,000 years of painful relation between Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. I am aware of traumatic collective memory that is not easy to erase. When dealing with matters of faith, we face basic human emotions that predated modern state. These emotions are complicated, stubborn, and will likely become more problematic as religiosity intensifies worldwide. According to some estimate, Islam will be the world's largest religion by 2025, accounting for some 30% of the world population. And indeed, Islam is currently the fastest growing religion in the United States. As religiosity increases, so will the politics of identity. And aided by globalization and technology, extremism and radicalism can only grow. As we transition from G8 to G20 and perhaps beyond, mutual exposure between civilizations will become the most intense humanity has ever seen. Perhaps we will even see the emergence of a global civilization. And democracy has gained immense ground, spreading in the Islamic world, including in Indonesia. There were only a handful of democracies at the turn of the 20th century. At the turn of the 21st century, there are some 89 full democracies. Even the Organization of Islamic Conference has adopted the historic Mecca Charter, committing its members to the principle of democracy, human rights, and governance. Indeed, more people now live under open pluralist societies and under religious freedom than at any other time in history. This trend can have only a positive impact on the global community. It may be naive to expect that the world can be rid of conflict and hatred, but I believe that we can fundamentally change and evolve the way civilizations, religion, and cultures interact. This is not utopia. It is a pragmatic vision. I have seen it work in Indonesia. I have seen it work in many countries. The question is, can we make it work globally? As Robert F. Kennedy once said, quoting George Bernard Shaw, I dream of things that never were and ask, why not? To highlight how I think this can possibly be achieved, let me outline 9 imperatives